sacrifice our life to find our life, and the word does say that. And I start to feel conviction, but many times, at least for myself, I don't know if anybody can identify, but with myself, conviction, I always allow it to turn into condemnation. So something whispered into my spirit, or I believe the Holy Spirit whispered into my spirit to look up the actual definitions of conviction and condemnation. And conviction is to be for a judge or a jury to decide that you're guilty of a certain offense. But condemnation is punishment for that offense. So clearly there is a big difference between both of that. So that really set the tone, but it was just groggy because right now I still struggle with certain things. Like I still smoke cigarettes. And I take this like tea stuff. It's called Miracle Kratom. It's like an enhancement for energy, but even though it's not like a drug, I take it a lot. So obviously it's something that I probably shouldn't be doing because I don't really know. I mean, it's natural, they say, but the FDA hasn't approved it, so I don't know what it's doing. So those are just things in my heart that I want to change. And I keep playing this thing in my head where I'm like, Lord, I feel like, I really want to surrender to you, and I want to, follow you, and I want to be able to lay everything down on you. So why is it that I can't change these things? You know what I mean? Is it I'm still dabbling into the pleasures of my flesh? Why can't I just make the decision to say no, regardless of how uncomfortable it's going to make me? Because you're worth it. You're worth, chasing after holiness. And I still don't have the answer, but I wanted to at least say this. Is that when you have these days where you're just kind of like under, and you're just kind of feeling like you lost today, just get back up. Don't base everything off your feelings, and I have to really tell myself this, so I'm going to speak to myself. Don't base everything off of your feelings. Chasing Christ is more than just how you feel every day. Believe that even in this moment right now, you are saved. You are saved. That's the whole point. We're all guilty. That's what conviction is. It points out the fact that you are guilty in some way, some fashion. You're guilty. But that's what Jesus did. He died. He died so that we would not be condemned. And that's why condemnation is not of the Lord. That's why his word says that condemnation is not of the Lord. Because that's he took the punishment for us. So conviction and condemnation are two different things. And don't allow strongholds or the enemy or your mind to tell you that it's the same thing. But do listen to your convictions and understand that, it's very serious, and you have to press them on. You have to press the change. Make the decision to believe that even in this moment, God is still with you. God still loves you. And God is only highlighting these areas so that he can produce change in your life. He has to make those things uncomfortable. Because if they're not uncomfortable, I'm sorry, somebody was flashing their lights at me, so I don't know why. I don't know if I got a headlight out or what. I was driving with the light on now. Sorry if it's a little dark, because I am driving. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but somebody just told me go ahead and record. I'm feeling bad, and usually when I get in these type of feelings, like just feeling kind of just down or whatever, I just like to push off. I even caught off on my second job. I actually pulled up to my second job to get ready for work, but I really just wanted to just get some rest tonight and just read my Bible and just really just get snuggled up to Jesus right now, because I'm feeling so bad, and not really to take away from the feeling, but I just want to just understand it more. I really just press in, because there's a lot of things that have to be changed, and it's not going to be changed overnight, no. I think that the scary thing, and that's what the enemy wants to too. So he wants to say, well, yeah, things may not change overnight, but what if you die tomorrow? Where you gonna go? You know, he wants to play those antagonizing games with you. But at the end of the day, in your belief, you have to stand strong to know that death has lost its sting. If he says that you are his, and he said no man can pluck us from his hand, and that's period point. Pooh. How about that? So, sorry, I be getting smart with the devil because he be getting on my nerves sometimes. Like, and if it ain't the devil, then these thought patterns that I've allowed to become habits in my mind, you know, as soon as I try to leech on hold to something healthy for me, that's that sin nature that comes up and be like, nah, bruh, you know what I mean? If you're trying to, you know, sin nature is a hater. Just think of sin nature as a hater. Like, you trying to do something good and your sin nature want to come up talking about, bruh, for real, you really believe this, bro? You know people like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know you don't believe that. You really think you say you? Like, that's how I see it in my head. Like, and then you got the people that are like, well, I don't know, am I? Man, don't doubt yourself, man. Belief takes work. Protect your belief system. And I just wanted to share that. I wanted to, really not just share, but I wanted to minister to myself. Because right now, I'm in a position where I really have to protect my belief system because I'm feeling down, and I'm feeling like, man, you know, after just hearing just the sovereignty of God and just seeing, you know, like my pastor's name is Pastor Brian. If you ever have the chance, download Hope City House of Prayer if you're not able to get to the west side of Columbus and listen to his sermons, because I mean, he's literally teaching the word. Like, I'm telling y'all, all y'all people out there to be like, I don't know about church. Listen, this ain't church. This is the gospel. This man preaching the gospel. Okay, honey? He is. Because if he wasn't, I wouldn't be feeling like this. So, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm like I said, I'm feeling convicted. And I have to encourage myself not to condemn myself because of my conviction. Conviction is of God. This is the process. Last night I wanted to look up the process. I wanted to see the process of how diamonds are formed, because diamonds have to go under a lot of pressure. They're actually found under dirt. And they have to go through a lot of pressure to be, oh, that was weird. Somebody has my exact same car, and I thought it was me for a second, but I'm like, no, I'm me. Anyway, so I wasn't really trying to make a, you know, like a video tonight. Actually, I was going to wait a few days, or really, I really don't even have no, like, way of doing this. I don't even know really what I'm doing. I'm really just trying to document for myself, and then I'll post, and there's a possibility that somebody, because I know how God works, he is sovereign. I've seen him do it in my own life with people that I may have came across once, and then like somehow that meeting turned into something else that led to him. So I know that God works in mysterious ways, and you know, there might be somebody that might be feeling like me right now, and this could help them not make a bad decision. So it's a little bit of that too, but yeah, I don't have no rhyme or reason. I don't know how to make the video or whatever. And I told you, I don't know if, you know, I don't do technology stuff. I don't even record. If you see my photos and stuff, like, I don't got a whole bunch of pictures and stuff like that. Like, I'm not from this generation. I don't know where I'm from. I'm peculiar. And that's what the Lord says we are. So yeah, just stay encouraged. Push through this moment. These are the moments that you have to push through. Anybody can dance and sing and say a praise when they're happy and everything is going right. But then when you get into these silent moments by yourself, and you're just by yourself, you know you. There's the self that you hide from everybody. You know what I mean? The little things that creep up in your mind that you know that you have done, or there's just little things that in your head that you know that you have said. Like, let's just be real. Like, there's been some ugliness. We really exhibit ugliness. Sin is disgusting. You know what I mean? And we have made a habit of putting on these faces that sometimes we actually think that we're the face. So then we actually see ourselves and we really get messed up. Like, oh, dang, really? Oh, they're right. This who I was. No, don't claim that. Let God work in you. If you're in a position where you're feeling convicted, don't condemn yourself. Press in. This is the time. Like, I'm about to turn this video off. I'm about to get here in the back seat, and I'm about to talk to God, and I'm about to read my word. And this is a time for me and my father to have a conversation. This is a heart to heart. Like, I've never had a dad before, but I would imagine that this is what a father would do if he had a pressing conversation that he needed to talk to about his daughter. Like, everything has to wait. Look, baby girl, me and you got to talk. And that's what I feel like, you know, Jesus is like, God is like, hey, we got to have this conversation. It's time to talk about some of your behaviors, and it's time to really try to figure out a plan of action. How we gonna move forward? How are we gonna get to next? You know what I mean? How are we gonna work this out? This ain't no, oh, look at you, da 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 da. That's what your brain want to tell you. That's what the devil wants you to think. No. Push through. Everything ain't about feeling. Even if you don't feel like reading, pray and say, Holy Spirit, please give me the mind and the strength to get through this. Give me the endurance so that I can read, and give me the ears to hear. Press into your word. If you feel like you can't understand the word, then pray and then ask the Lord to guide you to a sermon or a YouTube video or something, or maybe just sit there and just pray and just allow God just to talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, God really does work in mysterious ways, and he will talk to you. You ask him, he will talk, honey. He will talk to you. You just gotta listen. So that's pretty much it. Stay encouraged. Really live out forgiveness. Live like you're forgiven. Live like you're forgiven. Like, think about, have you ever forgiven somebody, right, for something? Like, say, like a boyfriend, and I'm gonna be done, but like a boyfriend, right? And say he cheated on you, because that's, in relationships, that's like one of the worst things that people can do. At least that's what the world says. I think there's much things. Anyway, so say he cheats on you and you forgive him, right? And you actually like forgive him. Like, you get back to the point where you can trust him again and things are going good, and you forgive him. And then he do it again. How does that feel? Like, think about that. Like, how does that feel? Like, when you have forgiven somebody and then they just do the same thing to you, right? But not even just that, you forgive somebody. What if you forgive somebody, and then how do you expect somebody to act when they're forgiven? Like, you expect for them to kind of treat you a little bit differently, right? You expect them to maybe cling to you a little bit more, you know, maybe do a little bit more and really press into you and really appreciate the fact that you're forgiven. So how do you think that someone that's perfect, a God that's perfect, that not just forgave us but died to forgive us, how you think he is going to respond when we keep doing the same things, or when we get forgiven and then we just make everything about us and then we just forget him when, you know, when he blesses us and stuff like that? Like, just, we can never put ourselves in his shoes, but the test is in front of, like, when the test is in front of our eyes and the Lord says that we're made in his image, everything around us is the word. I mean, look at our day-to-day and what we expect from people and how we expect things. But the problem is that Jesus was selfless and we're selfish with it. That's the only, you know, that's one of the differences. So, you know, that's just kind of just some encouragement when you get into conviction. Just remember, like, you're forgiven. So know that. And, you know, take hold of that. And, you know, and live like you're forgiven, man. Live like you're forgiven. And when you fall, get back up and keep on pressing on. So, good night. I'm going to go find me a safe place to kick it and talk to Jesus. Try to find me a silent place. We got a lot of people walking in the parking lot that I usually sleep in. And I'm like, ooh, can y'all get out of my parking area? Because, like, I'm scary, y'all. I'm telling you. So, all right. Well, good night. Pray for me and I pray for you.